I did weigh myself this week. I am now 19 weeks and 6 days pregnant. This is definitely the time, I think, where most of us will be feeling at our best.
Isn't it my birthday?
Hi, I'm Hills and this is my 19-week pregnancy update.
That's a neat baby.
Thank you so much for following along with my pregnancy journey. I'm Hills. I am a very busy working mum to 2 boys already, and I am pregnant with my 3rd boy. I'm tracking this journey because this will absolutely be my last pregnancy, and so I want to make sure that I remember this because you forget very, very quickly. At this point, the baby is being measured from its head to its feet. And so it's around 25 centimeters now. 25 centimeters is around the size of a mango. And so you may at this point be feeling some kicks and punches. You may also be feeling just that kind of odd sensation that you can't quite put down to gas, and it could be something else. As far as I can tell from the apps, the baby's development is really done from an organ perspective, and so its growth now is really about getting fat. According to some of the apps I use as well, at this point the baby might be developing some form of regular sleep pattern, and so you may know when roughly in the day to experience some kicks if you're feeling them at this point. I am now 19 weeks and 6 days pregnant, so come tomorrow I will be 20 weeks, which is halfway there. This week has been a tough one. I am not struggling with bad pregnancy symptoms, but I am struggling with a number of other viruses. I just seem to be picking up everything that is going around. I've had an ear infection. I've had the norovirus, I'm not sure what it's called. Basically the sickness and diarrhea bug. And so over the course of the week, I've just been feeling really crap. Of course, because you're pregnant, people put this down to having a bad pregnancy or really feeling the effects of this pregnancy, which I don't think is the case. I think this is actually because I have been at home because of COVID for the last 2 years. And whilst my kids have been at school and their immune system has stayed strong and they've stayed resilient, and my husband has continued to be running his businesses and out and about every day, his immune system has stayed strong, mine is not. And so I think being in a home office every day for almost 2 years has taken its toll. And so if I'm exposed to anything, I seem to be getting it. And of course, I'm pregnant, and so I think your immune system is probably not as strong as it would be otherwise. Thank goodness for the ear infection, I was able to get antibiotics, and antibiotics that were safe to take during pregnancy. The side effect of that, the negative side of that, is that whilst it's treated the ear infection, it has exacerbated the thrush symptom. Again, TMI warning. Thrush is something I've been struggling with throughout this pregnancy, and with the antibiotics it made it worse than ever. It has finally started to die off now, and so I'm really hoping that next week I'm just gonna feel much better. I also had my birthday this week. I had my 11-year-old's birthday party. His birthday was last week, and of course no alcohol during all of that time, but actually I still had such a great time with friends and family and lots of celebration, and thankfully I was well enough to get through those few days. Outside of the sickness, I'm feeling good energy-wise. Like, this is true what they say. This is the peak time of your pregnancy, the time where you're really feeling at your best, and I felt really good, really energetic outside of the viruses. I've been cleaning, I have been off work for some of that time with holiday, I've had energy to go out and do things, again, when I've not been sick, and this is definitely the time, I think, where most of us will be feeling at our best. I did weigh myself this week. I said I would do it around the 20-week mark, and so I decided to do it this week. I put on somewhere in the range of 3 to 7 pounds. I know that's not very helpful. The reason I can't be more precise is because I probably got pregnant somewhere over the Christmas period, and so who wants to weigh themselves over the Christmas period when you're eating and drinking way more than you would do normally? And so I'm thinking my weight was probably a few pounds more than it normally is, which gives this range. I'm thinking I've probably put on the lower end of maybe around 3 to 5 pounds, and the reason I think that is because I was a little bit, probably a few pounds heavier when I got pregnant, been sick for the first trimester, and so I'm really hoping that I actually have just gained on the smaller side, which means that I won't hopefully have as difficult a job to lose the weight afterwards. I am planning my return back into the physical office. So I was actually due to start going in on Thursday, but I have my 20-week scan on Thursday. So I'll be back in the following week, starting with a day a week, then working up till 2, and then finally 3 days. And that is going to be interesting. I'm so used to working from home now that working from the office even a few days a week is probably going to be a bit weird. I also really need to plan outfits because I am living in active wear, joggies, t-shirts, and so to have to wear something that's more work appropriate is going to be tricky, especially because we are spring summertime, and so the temperature is getting higher. On and off trains and tubes is never fun anyway in the summer, but it's especially not fun when you're pregnant. So I really need to have comfortable clothes. I did try on a few summer dresses, not maternity dresses, but just dresses that I thought I could probably get away with wearing to work with a blazer or something over the top, and they're great for now. But I did make a couple of extra purchases of some dresses that I can wear to work. I think dresses is probably the way to go at the moment. I will film another video with some of those outfits and pop it on here, just in case anyone else is trying to balance this return to the office in this time of year. Let me show you the all-important bump shot. So this is bump at 19 weeks and 6 days. I'm wearing a pair of joggies. They aren't maternity joggies, but I have pulled them down under. And I have a baggy t-shirt on as well. So that is how we're looking at this stage. That is all for this week's update. Next week I'll be back with information on the 20-week scan as well, and I may have some insight into how the return to the office is going. Have a lovely week. Take care. See you next week.
Tried so hard to stay afloat. We keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. But now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a hill. That's when I loved you the most. No, I thought I should let you know. But now, no words no more, no. We don't know, no words no more. We don't know, no words no more. We don't know, no words no more, no, no. We don't know, no words no more. We don't know, no words no more.